Hi, I'm Ellen Meyers. I'm a member of the Education Advisory Board, and I presented on Child First, Tourette Second. These are the takeaways. A child with Tourette Syndrome is a child first and has Tourette Syndrome second. The symptoms of Tourette Syndrome sometimes are so varied and so disruptive that we tend to forget that these are kids first. But they are children first, and they need to be treated as children. They need to be disciplined as children, they need to have fun as children, and we need to think of them as children first. The most important thing to do is to instill self-reliance and self-esteem. To instill self-reliance and self-esteem in children with Tourette Syndrome, you need to treat them as typically as possible. You need to remember, as the title of this workshop was, that they are a child first and have Tourette second. Their symptoms should not define who they are. If they do something wrong, they need to be disciplined. They also need to have the opportunity to live as children and go out and do things that are fun. Child first should always be your motto. Your child's mental health is more important than their grades. Many parents think that grades are really, really important, and they are at a given point in time. But in order for your child to be successful in school, they have to feel well and they have to be mentally healthy. Grades will come at another point in time. This is not a race. This is a long distance. It does not matter if your child doesn't graduate exactly at 18. They can graduate a little bit later, and they may be on the long-term plan for college. It's all okay as long as they're mentally healthy. Here are the takeaways again. A child with Tourette Syndrome is a child first and has Tourette Syndrome second. The most important thing to do is to instill self-reliance and self-esteem. Your child's mental health is more important than their grades. This was a key question that came up during the workshop, and it was what to do about siblings of children with Tourette Syndrome. Sometimes the siblings get lost in the whole process because the child with Tourette Syndrome takes up so much time. So there were two suggestions. One is that parents need to spend extra time with the child who does not have Tourette Syndrome, very private time doing just special things. The other is some kids who are the siblings of children with Tourette Syndrome may need therapy, a place of their own to talk about their feelings about their sibling with Tourette Syndrome. Sometimes that's very, very helpful.